Marlins hosting the Mets, and the Mets are minus 120 on the money line. The Marlins are plus 100. The over-under is 7.5 runs. The Mets laying a run and a half are plus 143 on the run line, meaning if you bet them that way, they have to win this game by 2, while the Marlins getting a run and a half are minus 170 on the run line, meaning if you bet them that way, they couldn't lose this game by 2. The Mets won the last game they played against each other, which was yesterday, and the Marlins obviously lost the last game they played, which was against each other. Now, these pitchers have pitched against the opposing team. It was last season, but it is just food for thought. Peterson was 1-3 against the Marlins last year, and Luzardo was 0-2 against the Mets. Peterson went 5 1/3, no runs, no earned, and they won that game 6-0. That was his first outing against the Marlins. Then he went 7 innings, 2 runs, 2 earned. They lost that game 3-2 in Miami. 3 2/3, 3 runs, 3 earned. They lost that game 6-3 in Miami. And 2 innings, no runs, no earned. They lost that game 6-4 in New York. Now for Luzardo, he pitched 3 1/3, 5 runs, 5 earned. They lost that game 9-3. 6 innings, 2 runs, 2 earned. They lost that game 5-4, and that was in New York. So that's how these pitchers have done specifically against the opposing team last year. Head-to-head, the road team is 8-2. The Mets are on a 2-game winning streak against the Marlins. The Mets are 7-3 against the Marlins in their last 10. The favorite is 7-3 on the money line. The favorite winning these games by 2 runs or more, laying a run and a half, is 6-4. The over has hit in their last 7 games. The over is 8-2 in their last 10. And the over 7.5 runs is 8-2 in their last 10. There's been one one-run game in their last 10 meetings. The last game that they played against each other, which was yesterday, the Mets won 5-3. The game before that, the Mets won 5-4. The game before that, the Marlins won 6-4. And the game before that, the Mets won 9-3. Both of these pitchers kind of struggle against the opposing team, and a few of the games that these guys have pitched against the opposing team have been one-run games, but it seems like the Mets have the Marlins number. I'm going to take the Mets with the money line. I'm going to take the Mets laying the runs, and I'm going to go over in this game. These are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.